Fresh book. Look at that tail. Hey everyone, the second episode of Create This Book is here. Finally. I was supposed to post this last Friday because I posted a poll on the community tab and Create This Book won. But you may have seen that I put up a loom craft kit testing video instead. Now, here's why. Mariah Elizabeth herself emailed me and she sent me a package. Now the cat's out of the bag, you know why I have delayed the series, and I'm just swinging scissors all over. That's very not safe. Time to open. There we go. My gosh, there's other stuff in here too. They're so cute. Look how cute. They're stickers. Ah. So yeah, Mariah saw my first episode, reached out to me and said, hey, you have the old edition of Create This Book 1, the original. Can I send you the new one? Like, would you be interested? And I'm like, heck yeah. I actually didn't say heck yeah. I should have said heck yeah. So there are a few updates to the new edition of the book, which you can probably really tell by the cover. It's got a new look. It had a makeover. So obviously I have done a few pages, 3 to be exact. I am going to, I think, cut them out and put them in the new book. But that's why I really wanted to wait, so I wouldn't have to do too much of the cutting and pasting. Wait, oh my gosh, there's something else in here. There's a card. Wow. Oh, some cute duct tape washi. This is really pretty. She says, hey Sarah, thank you so much for taking an interest in Create This Book. I really enjoyed the video you did. Thank you. I'm so happy. Thank you, Mariah. And if you guys don't know, Mariah Elizabeth has a channel, Mariah Elizabeth. She does a lot of fun art videos. She does a lot of squishy makeovers. Create This Book, obviously, and just other cool arts and crafts. Go check her out after you watch this video. Well, I feel like that was kind of a long intro, so we should probably get into the new book. I'm gonna start decorating. All right, let's go. When you first open up Create This Book, there is a spot to write your name, as you can see, so I signed my first and middle name here, and then I'm going to show you just a few more differences that are in this book, kind of like an introduction like I did in the last episode, but again, this is a new edition. Flipping the page, there's an empty box now, and it does go over the you may enjoy this book if, about the book, and then I really like the quotes at the bottom that tell you to have fun overall, or more so inspiration. But anyway, on the next page, this is the tips and tricks page, which is really helpful because there are certain materials, especially markers and watercolor paint, for example. Those materials will bleed through this paper because it is kind of thin, but that doesn't mean that you can't use it. All you have to do is use another sheet of paper and glue that in and you're good. Then there's this beginning page where it wants you to customize the book to be your own. I'm going to do these one at a time. Today I chose to do add color and or text to the spine and edges of the book. Okay, I'm not going to do the spine today, but I'm doing the top, bottom, and the one side. This chip clip is actually a really great tool to use, so you can have a hand free to hold the book and a hand free to draw, and then you don't have to like kind of struggle to hold the pages together. Here I'm using Crayola Super Tips markers to do a rainbow gradient, not original at all. I actually did this on my Wreck This journal as well, and a lot of people do it, but it's really pretty. I remember someone actually gave me this tip in one of my Wreck This journal videos to do this before you actually get working on the entire book because the pages do spread. It's easier to do the decorating when the book is crisp. The more color the better on the outside. It's just nice to look at when it spreads apart in the future. And then on the side I did some hearts. A lot of times when I'm drawing things on camera, I have the angle really weird and I'm trying to like maneuver around the tripod and things. I know I should just have the camera overhead, but I don't know. I just like having it at this angle for whatever reason. Maybe I'll adapt in the future, but what I'm getting at is I usually make things look really wonky while I'm drawing them and all the other things look a lot better. I think I rushed also, so yeah, that red heart did not look good at first, but I did go over off camera, and now look at the navy blue ones turning out a lot better. Those hearts I did in every single color except yellow that I used on the top. And then for the bottom, I'm doing a pastel rainbow, as you can see, with these beautiful Recollections brush markers. I love the color palette for these. Alright, so here's an overview of what my book looks like now. I have the sides customized, not the spine yet, as I did mention, but here's some little flippage. It looks like a heart flip book. Oh, it's so cool. Now I can mark off this star with, again, another unoriginal rainbow. If you're new here and you're like, but Mariah does rainbows, well, I like rainbows too. They're really easy and colorful. So let's move on to the second page that I chose, which is to create a border, draw or put together some sort of interesting border around these pages. A lot of times you're going to see these coasters in my video to hold the book open, because if I didn't have anything to weigh the pages down, one side especially would just flip up and not lie flat. So here we go. I'm using the glitter duct tape for this that Mariah gave me. It's really, really colorful. It has a cool design that is geometric. You can see that I did peel this part back up because I messed up and had too much of a border. You can only do this if the tape is, one, not very sticky, or two, you haven't pushed down very hard. If you go to peel it back up and you see the paper is ripping, obviously don't try to fix your mistakes, just leave it down. But I was lucky enough that I could fix that. So I used 6 pieces of tape here, trimmed the edges so nothing hung over. Now that I have that border down, I am going in with colored pencils and I'm doing kind of like a mandala design, mandala, and I like to use Prismacolor colored pencils. They're the best ones I've used so far. I used to use Crayola all the time, mostly because they're really affordable, and that's just what I had growing up in grade school and high school and college. Not gonna lie, I did not upgrade my colored pencils until I was like a few years into YouTube. But I use upgrade loosely because you don't have to use expensive art supplies. Prismacolor pencils are expensive unless you use a 40% off coupon or 50% off, but then they're still expensive. You can do the same exact thing that I'm doing here with Crayola colored pencils or other cheap colored pencils, as long as they're pigmented and bold and bright. One color at a time, I'm doing a rainbow pattern. I don't really need to explain it, so here's some music while you watch a time lapse of all the different colors that I use. I believe I used 18 different colors, and then at the end, the very outside of the page, I did repeat a red and scarlet just to fill in the white spaces. So this took me, I think, around 3 hours to do everything. It's really relaxing, but at the same time, towards the end, my hand was starting to hurt because I was pushing down to get really bold lines and color, but definitely well worth it. Before we get on to the third page, quick intermission to let you guys know that I do post a video every single Friday. Please ring that bell so you are notified every single time I post. Alright, now on to the third page. Finally, we're gonna go back to the rule box, which is something that I mentioned in the first episode. I wanted you guys to guess what the rule, oh my gosh, you guys, I actually messed up. Yeah, you guys tell me in the comment section below what I messed up on. I'm gonna have to go back and fix that in the next episode. So anyway, I asked you guys like what rule I was doing in the first episode. There's gonna be something on every single page. So I drew a girl, and honestly, it was not meant to be Alice in Wonderland at the beginning. I did not plan for her to be Alice, but I drew the girl first, like just the outline of her face and body and hair, and then I wanted a bow, which is the rule. I mean, yeah, not very surprising. Before I drew the bow, I thought it looked like Ariel, and then it looked like Alice, but I wasn't going for Disney at all. I just was going for a person. The sketch took me a really long time, by the way, probably an hour and a half. I'm not very confident with anatomy and drawing faces and people, so it did take me a long time just for the sketch. And then I outlined with a black fine liner. I kind of messed up on her left arm, or on the right side, as you can see on her shoulder there, but it did cover up nicely when I started filling in the color with the Tombow brush pens. I really like these brush pens, by the way. I used them in the first episode as well. So with these markers, I did try to do some blending and shading, which is pretty difficult on this paper and kind of difficult with these markers in general because they're not Copics, they're not alcohol markers, but you can blend them better on like cardstock paper. So anyway, I did what I could. Because I didn't want to glue a separate sheet of paper down here because I'm going to glue one on the back. I tried to do some shading for the bow headband as well. It probably looks all black to you guys watching, but I promise there's a tiny bit of contrast. When it dried, you could see a little bit on camera. I wasn't very confident to do blending for the skin with markers, and I didn't really have light enough ones to do the highlights with the marker unless I would have done like the watercolor effect. So I decided to use colored pencils for the skin, and I'm very happy I did because there were a few parts that I messed up on off camera, and I did try to erase parts, so it ended up turning out like this. Now for the other page, I did a giant blue bow, and I already had it outlined and everything and all the pencil lines erased before filling it in on camera for you all. I'm so bow obsessed. I'm like staring at this while I'm doing my voiceover and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. Like I need a giant print of that for my wall or something. That would be such a cute sticker. I want it to be a sticker. Getting off track here. You can see the rule that I wrote in the box now. And if you guys happen to catch on to what I was wearing in the intro, that shirt is not a coincidence whatsoever. I did that on purpose. I thought about it. I'm like, the rule is going to be revealed in this episode, so I'm wearing this bow sweater. As always, when I do multiple drawings or pieces of artwork in a video, let me know in the comment section below which page or thing from this video is your favorite. Alice, the giant bow, the rainbow pencil design, or the borders of the book. I post a brand new video every single Friday, and I'm planning to start doing Wreck This Journal and Create This Book every other Sunday. I'll do another announcement once I figure out for sure. But if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, if you're not caught up on my most recent videos, I'm going to put some over there so you can check those out. I'll also link them in the description box and the iCard. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of the day. Bye! What the heck? Oh, that was smooth.